Welcome to part 3. This part is all about taking action and figuring out the steps that you need to take and the tools that you can use to put these habits into action and start getting closer to that person that you need to be. I'll try not to shake the video too much. I'm just hanging out outside because it's really nice out. It's like 20 degrees Celsius right now and it's the end of May and we still have a ton of snow. Oh, you can't see it. Yep, snow. Yep, so just bear with me, but it's really nice out, so I wanted to spend some time out here while I could and talk to you guys about tools and ways that you can hold yourself accountable and put all of these steps and goals into action. One of the best tips that I could give you is to learn how to time block and to put everything, no matter how small it is, into your calendar. I'm obsessed with Google Calendar. I put everything into it, and I also have a written one, like a pen to paper agenda that I put everything in to make sure that I don't miss stuff, and to make sure that I have time to actually do everything. It's basically like my to-do list that I just look at and work through all the time. So I would recommend you doing the same. I would recommend you figuring out, sitting down and saying, okay, I need to spend this much of time every day or every week doing this. Now I'm going to book that time off of my calendar so that I know that that time is now non-negotiable. Okay? So try that. I've heard of another tool, or trick, I guess, not really a tool, where you know what those weekly or daily tasks are that you need to do. So you write them down on little pieces of paper or post-it notes or whatever, and you stick them on a wall or put them in a jar based on the type of task that it is. So if it's admin tasks for your business, then that goes into one jar. Or if it's marketing tasks or self-care activities that you want to do, like a bucket list sort of thing, daily bucket list. And then when you say you block off now time for just admin activities, and you know that there's stuff that you've got to do. Okay, so then go to your jar and pull out an activity or a task or something out of that jar during that dedicated time and slowly start to work through everything on your to-do list just by simply focusing on the one task that you pull out of the jar at that time. And no distractions. Get rid of all distractions while you have that time blocked off, obviously, unless you're like doing marketing on Facebook, then you're on Facebook. And it's really easy to get distracted on Facebook, but yeah, so try that, give that a shot. Another tip that I would recommend is finding a way to hold yourself accountable, whether it is having an accountability buddy or a business bestie, or hiring a coach or a consultant or Rebel Office's virtual business partner, just having someone to check in with you regularly to make sure that you're on track. Or another way is to just make sure that you write everything down, and then you're making that commitment to yourself, or telling a family member or your significant other or friends or whoever to be like, okay, check in with me at this time or on this date, and make sure that I have this done. If you know that you have a hard time keeping yourself accountable, put the measures in place so that you can start to keep yourself accountable and you can have others keeping you accountable, and you can build those systems into your life and your daily routine so that you can stop worrying about, okay, well, I know that I'm just not going to do that because I'm horrible at keeping commitments to myself. Ultimately, when you start to hold yourself to your own goals and your own dreams, and you start managing your own life in the way that, in that higher self that you have, or that you want to achieve, then that translates into your business. So when you start figuring out your own shit, then your business starts to fall into place. I know that when I stopped avoiding my bank account like the plague and started to be grateful for whatever money that I had, then personally, then this awareness around money kind of seeped into all other aspects of my life, including Rebel Office, and all of a sudden making money somehow became easier, and it wasn't as scary, and I wasn't afraid of it, and I wasn't afraid of spending it because I knew what was coming in and what was going out. So there are these things that you can do and that you can bring into your life that have a profound effect on your business and on everything else that you do in your life. So take that time to commit to yourself and to develop yourself and to turn yourself into that person that you know you need to be for your business, for everyone else in your life, for yourself. Okay, so take that time, become who you want to be, who you need to be successful, to that level of success that you know you want. You can get there. You can get there. I've got there. I hope that I'm not done getting there. I would like to still continue. But we're always developing and we're always learning about how we can make ourselves better and how we can show up better. So when you start taking care of yourself and building these habits and implementing your daily routine and starting to show up with that level of energy that you know you need to, then your clients and your customers, they notice. They start to relate to that level of energy that you have, and they start to be compelled and pulled in. And then they want to work with you. And then you need to make sure, and something totally different is to make sure that your business is prepared for when people want to work with you because they're so engaged by you. Which is where this whole idea of workload rehab came in, is that, I mean, I know what it's like to feel like you're constantly disappointing clients just because your life is a mess and because you haven't taken the time to develop your business properly. Because when you're starting out, and I get it, there's so much going on all at once and you feel like you have to be everywhere and doing all of these things that you don't take the time to do it properly. But if you don't take the time to do it right in the first place, when are you ever going to find time to do it again? So workload rehab is basically saying, no, you can go back and you can do it right now. You can do it right now. So check yourself into workload rehab and I'll walk you through everything in your business. I'll make you have a good, long, hard look at what you're doing now, what opportunities you're missing to impress your customers and clients and make them want to come back for more. And not only that, but refer you to people and get you more business, right? So I feel like a lot of people think that they're losing out on money because they're taking time away from activities in their business by going and focusing properly on setting up their business. But of course we all think that, okay, well, I don't have time to do that right now. But the reality is that if you don't take the time to do it properly, then you're missing out on business. You're not showing up as your best self. And workload rehab makes you go back, makes you have a look at everything that you're doing, how you could be doing it better, and gives you the tools and the steps and the done for you templates and everything that you need to come out with a fully functioning, streamlined business that helps you reach that level of freedom that you want from your business. So it's not only just your business, it's about you too. It's about giving you the time to work in everything that you want out of life. Because as entrepreneurs, we're not just in business to run a business, we're in it for the lifestyle and to be creative and all of these other perks that we need to make time to do. So there's a link below to Workload Rehab. Have a look, just check it out and see if it's for you. I'm looking for beta testers right now, which means 50% off, because all I want is your feedback in return. And it's starting on May 15th, so time's running out for you to sign up. And there's limited spots because I want to make sure that the first round is intimate and gives people the opportunity to connect with each other and really have one-on-one with me, and just make sure that things are done right. I want to make sure that Workload Rehab is built properly for you guys, and I want to make sure that you guys get enough value and functionality and practicality out of it, and accountability, because I know when I've done online courses before, I mean, there's nothing really being there other than I paid for it, saying, okay, no, you have to do this now. or if you don't do this, then you're not going to see results in your business. There was no one there saying that. And I wanted to figure out a way to be able to be there and to be able to say that and to be able to check in and make sure that everyone in the program feels supported. Okay, so details below, check it out. Super excited, it's starting soon, and I really just hope that from this training that you've walked away with some practical tools and steps to be able to step into the person that you want to be, and to step into the entrepreneur that you want to be, and the CEO and the total boss that you want to be. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you soon. Make sure that you join the Facebook group if you haven't yet. There's going to be tons of information in there about systems and processes and apps and insider looks into apps, so you can stop doing all of those free trials and guest experts, everything. High value, high practicality, real world input and advice and tools and tips and everything. I'm not here to waste your time, and yet I'm rambling, so I'm gonna go. All the best, and I can't wait to see you soon.